Whose kid is she?
A very wealthy man who's about to be $50 million poorer.
Guys.
I'm sorry about what's gonna happen to you.
Guys.
Congratulations on the movie. I really love it. It's bloody, it's scary, and it's everyone swearing. I can't decide who swears the most, you or Catherine.
I think it's probably me. I think that's fair to
for
say.
sure you.
I think Frank swears
Absolutely.
more than most people in most movies.
I don't
ever.
even know how you did swear so much. Like, he'd have one sentence and get 5 F-bombs in there, you know? It's very impressive.
If From Dusk to Dawn and The Usual Suspects had a baby, Abigail will be it. I'm just wondering. If Matt and Tyler gave you a list of movies to watch before filming.
No, I wish that they did.
Not really. I think it helped to have watched Ready or Not, to get a sense of their tone. They seem to be really into that sort of horror comedy blend where it's, something is so gory, so disgusting that it becomes funny, as well as you have these sort of zinger lines throughout.
I get a list, no.
No, not at all. But just present on the actual script. When I read it, I remember thinking, "Oh my God, this is Reservoir Dogs," and then it made that harsh turn, and then you were like, "Oh, I'm not really sure what this is anymore." But I'm in for the ride, and they obviously they extrapolated that feeling, they intensified it with their filmmaking ability and bringing this group together, and so it's I love what you say that like A Dusk Till Dawn, Reservoir Dogs had a baby, and it's Abigail. That's pretty great.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate.
You summed it up.
Love that.
We've done that in the past, but with this one, this was, I think the touchstones that are really obvious, like Usual Suspects, From Dusk Till Dawn, the cast seems to have all watched those. And I think for us, there was something that we were really excited about, kind of maneuvering our way through this movie where you're not quite sure what the inspirations are in a certain sense with the characters. We joked a lot about, on set, a lot about how this is like the horror Breakfast Club, and that they're all in their own genres and periods. We were like, oh, Catherine's from Clueless, Dan's from like Serpico or something, and Kevin's from some 80s mob movie. Like, everybody's in kind of a different thing by design, but then you put them together and you go, oh, I love this like kind of found family.
I mentioned, the movie is also exceptionally bloody, but then again, after seeing Ready or Not, I'm prepared for all the blood. Please state for the record how much blood was used in Abigail.
I think that we have determined that we use somewhere between 25 and 30,000 liters of blood for the movie. So an awful lot. An irresponsible amount of blood. They had to travel blood in from the UK because we had used up all the fake blood in Ireland. So, whoops.
Whose idea was it to have Catherine get into the pool of dead bodies and fake blood?
I actually don't remember where that came from.
It was an evolution. That scene was originally scripted as Abigail.
That's the dance.
The dance with Dean's body was originally scripted to take place in an empty pool, and then we found a location that had an actual pool, a functioning
indoor pool.
And I mean, the obvious choice was to fill it with bodies, and then once you've got a pool full of bodies, you got to throw one of your cast members in it. So I guess Catherine drew the short straw.
We can't talk about Abigail without, talking about Catherine's pool, in the pool of dead bodies and fake blood.
Yes, we have to talk about it.
What the other did the other actors watch you doing it, or you just only the actor on set to do that?
No, I wouldn't have wished that on anybody.
No, we saw them prepping it. We saw that pool getting filled and the bodies lining up outside on the lawn. Mm-hmm. Like days before, they were these body parts and corpses just kept appearing, and then we heard about it afterwards.
Yeah, I don't think I knew what a big deal it was gonna be, like a big ordeal. You read it in a script, you're like, okay.
She swims through dead bodies.
And then I'm doing stunt rehearsal for falling into the pool. I'm like, what? And then it kind of hit me. I was like, oh, this is gonna be really hard physically, and it was. But I would do it again in a heartbeat. It was so much fun.
You guys are most of the time in makeup, all bloody. What is it like going to lunch break with your makeup on?
That's
a good question.
It's pretty gross. I love that sometimes they would come in and they'd say, "Oh, make sure you wear this this thing to protect your costume when you're already completely covered in gross blood." They're like, "Oh, just make sure you don't get any spaghetti bolognese on your jacket." You know.
We spent a lot of time just hanging out playing Uno in full blood, like it's just another Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know I have a big prosthetic on my face, so you're walking past people to go to lunch, and then they're kind of just looking at you, like, "Are you okay?" Especially if the base camp is a little further than where the set is at, because now you're running into people who are not in the movie business, and so they're kind of just looking and seeing what's going on. So it's always good to have those moments, because if a regular person looking at it can feel that way, then the viewer has already felt that way.
Yeah. For me, it was less the blood, but it was more what Angus had drawn on me. That elicited the greatest reactions, the constant reactions. I won't say what it is. I don't, but it was a very unique piece of art. Mm-hmm. You'll have to go see the piece of art
to know what it is
at the movie theater. Yeah.
I think that before I wrap up, if you guys are part of a heist crew, from which other crew would you like to be in, be it from the movies, TV show, or books?
Heist crew. I would have said Goodfellas, but they all die. Is Scooby-Doo a heist crew?
I would love to be in Oceans.
Oceans?
Yeah, Oceans 11, whatever. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Knives Out. Knives Out is a great one too.
I really wanted to be Jack Reacher. Like, I really wanted to be Jack Reacher. And, so maybe, I have to say Jack Reacher.
Scooby-Doo.
Ocean's 11. Oh, Scooby-Doo is nice. Yeah. I'm going to say Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11.
It's pretty cool.
It's super cool. What's another ensemble that they could be in?
Ensemble heist movie?
Ocean's 11, is it?
Ocean's 12?
We're going to be in Ocean's 24.
What can I say? I like playing